Hey Adamo, so you guys have been doing exceptionally well with your home workouts. One, we just want to say thank you for all the work that you've been doing, especially as we've been switching up our workouts and switching up obviously the style of how we're working out right now. Let's go through some mobility work because I know a lot of you are probably sitting a little bit more than usual, and we've been getting some feedback that some mobility work to do at home would be really good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start you off with some shoulders, chest, and upper back so that you guys can do some stuff at home to open up through this complex, because a lot of times as we're sitting on the couch or sitting at home, we're rolled forward, and what we need to do is open everything back up a little bit so that we can get in that neutral posture. So the first thing I'm going to have you do is a downward dog, a child's pose, and a puppy pose. So the downward facing dog is going to start with our hands right underneath the shoulders, and then we're going to go up with our hips. I want you to start with bent legs and then press your chest down towards your knees, keeping your head nice and neutral, and then extending through the legs to find a stretch there. Now, if you guys feel like you're getting most of the stretch back through the legs and not through the front of the chest, it's okay to bend your knees a little bit more and then press. Really what we're looking to do is open up through here on the inside here and then back through the hamstring. Now that's the downward facing dog. Next we're going to go into child's pose. So I want to walk forward, drop my hips between my heels and my head down. I'm going to relax my chest down towards the ground. And you can see that's going to open up this in my shoulder here. And it's also going to open up my hips and my ankles a little bit. Now there's a variation of this called puppy pose. So I'm going to have a high hip position instead of dropping it between my ankles. Chest down towards the ground, looking up. And this is really going to stretch a little bit more through the shoulders and your upper back and abdomen. Now, that's just for opening up. Pressing down, I want you guys to hold each of those for about a minute. So that's 3 minutes total. Next, let's talk about just opening up through the chest and the shoulders without necessarily a stretch. You guys can use a lacrosse ball, and you can just come in and knead between the chest and the tip of the shoulder. Kneading this position and then just trying to open up back is really going to help you guys a lot. Even if you feel the pain on the back side, really what needs to happen a lot of the times is that the shoulders need to be released on the front. So we're just going to knead through with a lacrosse ball for about a minute again on each side and just pull the shoulders back. That's something to do that's nice and not super position intensive. You can do that while watching Netflix easily. The last thing, we're going to pull out the foam roller and we're going to stretch the upper back and the chest this way. If you guys don't have a foam roller, that's okay. You can use a towel or 2 towels wrapped up together and it's going to do the same thing. We're just going to put this directly underneath my shoulder blades and then pull in here. And I want to arch around the foam roller and let my arms relax back and stretch inactively. I'm just going to try to relax as much as I can. If you guys feel like you're out wide, like a snatch position, and you're touching the ground with your hands, bring your hands over your head, and it's going to increase that stretch a little bit more. And this is going to be a little bit more inactive, so I want you to do that for 2 minutes, laying back over. So the goal here, again, is to come from this position that we are in most of the day to opening back up. And once you guys release and stretch all of this, it's always nice to do about a couple minutes of active sitting to where we're pulling our shoulders back, head is in alignment, tummy is tucked, and we're sitting perfectly neutral. So that's gonna help activate all those muscles and pull back the front side that we just released. Okay, so Coach Jordan is gonna show you a video tomorrow on your hips and your low back.